Can you see that? That little speck on my finger? That is the capacitor that caused this thing to stop working. I cannot believe that. Hello, welcome back to Engo Tinker. In this video, I'm going to try to fix these Beats Solo 3 wireless headphones. These are the Disney 90th Anniversary Edition. According to the seller, they don't turn on. I don't believe they charge at all. And the side with the charging port gets hot when it's plugged in. So I'm interested to see what's going on with that. Looks like we need, a micro USB. Let me see if I can go find one of those. Luckily, I do still have some micro USB cables floating around. That one should do. So let's plug this in and see what happens. I'm curious. I'm curious if we can see how much current it's drawing. Let's do this. Maybe you can just barely see that. And let's plug this in. Hopefully nothing explodes. Okay. 5 volts, 0.3 amps, 0.37. No lights are coming on. It doesn't seem like they're turning on. I don't hear anything. Let me just leave them on the charge for a minute, and I want to see if this does actually get hot. Because right now it seems fine, and it doesn't seem like it's drawing anything, but there's no lights. I assume those are the battery charging lights right in here, and they're definitely not lighting up. It still doesn't feel like it's getting warm at all. Let me just leave that for a minute, see what happens. Okay. Oh. Yeah, I can definitely feel it getting warm now. It's probably been, 5 minutes or so. And it's definitely getting warm right here under the Beats. Current's still about the same. But yeah, it is definitely getting warm. I wonder, is that a battery issue or? Yeah, the lights are supposed to come on. I was looking it up. The lights are supposed to come on when it's charging, and it definitely isn't doing that. So there's definitely an issue there. So yeah, I guess let's get this opened up, maybe get into the battery area and see what we can find out. All right, so to get in, I believe on this side with the charging, we gotta pry away. Here we go. Here. There it goes. Starts to snap away. We get plastic in there so I don't jab anything with the metal spudger. Oh, there we go. I just needed to be a little bit more aggressive. Alright, so is it just a battery issue? Or is there something else? Can we get in and pry the battery out gently? Looks like there's one screw holding in this, the power button. I think I'm going to take that out so I don't rip these wires on accident. Okay, I feel better about that now. Let's drop a little isopropyl alcohol in there to loosen up the adhesive. Let that sit for a second. Makes such a huge difference. Okay. It looks like they got a little bit of hot glue or something holding in the battery connector. Let's see if I can get that off. Careful, I don't want to short anything, but come on, get in there. There we go. Okay, so we got the battery out. All right, I'm curious if there's anything in this battery. Is it completely dead? Is it shorted? Let's see if we can test voltage. 29 millivolts. That's nothing. That's a dead battery. I mean, would that be enough to make this whole thing? What would happen if I plug this in with no battery in? Would it do anything? I'm gonna try. I'm curious. Hopefully this isn't dangerous. Press button. Yeah, nothing comes on, so I do have a new battery, so let me grab that. All right, let's the same connector. It looks smaller. I don't know if that's the same. I'll give it a try. All right, well, we're plugged in. Does it power on now? Just hold that for a second. Still no lights. Interesting. All right, what if I plug in the charger? No charging lights. Oh, is that getting hot? I think it is. Is that a resistor? So it looked to me like, or it felt to me, I should say, like that resistor, I'm assuming that's a resistor, right there, was getting hot, or something over here was getting really hot. Unless there's something on the other side of this board. I'm going to take this battery back out, and I might take the board out and see, because something was definitely getting really hot. I could feel it on my fingertip. Interesting. Well, I wonder what, I'm just curious if I can check the voltage on this battery now. Just making sure this is, it's a brand new battery, I just want to make sure it's good. Yeah, 3.8 volts, so a good battery. Let's get this board out. If I need to, I'll get the thermal cam and see if I can see for sure what's getting hot. Are there any signs over here that something was getting warm and toasty? Because it would make more sense that a chip like this would get hot over just a resistor. Not impossible, but nothing really looks bad. Or obvious, I should say. Alright. I wonder if I was to plug in power, would stuff get hot, or does it need the battery? I don't remember. Did it pull any current? If I just plug it in. Yes. So I'm assuming something's getting hot. Let me get my thermal camera. Alright, let's plug in. see if something's... Is that reflection or is that something getting hot? That's something getting hot, isn't it? It's hard to tell. Ooh, that's really hot. Which chip is that though? It's up here, I'm pretty sure. Can we use a little bit of that chip? Yeah, it is. Oh goodness. Oh, or all of those. This whole section's getting hot. Oh, that's annoying. What's it going to be? Because this whole area is hot. I mean, I suppose... one chip on this little board is going to make everything hot, right? So it's a matter of what is most likely to go out. And can I even replace it? It's got to be one of these. On the other side of this board is just the battery terminal. I suppose I can try to check for shorts, but with all this junk on there, I think I'm just going to try to poke through the whatever this is and check for shorts. How am I going to get a ground on this? It's such a small board. I feel like this would be a ground, right? Do these go through both sides? They do. All right, let's check it against the battery, the negative battery terminal. Is that the best way to do this? So this one? I don't think that's a ground. How am I going to check for shorts? How am I going to check for shorts? Is this wire a ground maybe? It's probably an enameled wire that I still can't get into, but I'm going to say yes because it's got continuity to here. It doesn't help me being on the other side of the board though. What do you got? What do you recommend? Somebody help me out. What's the best way for me to do this? You know, I'm gonna kind of soak this with some IPA and then plug it in. Again, I feel like one of these chips has to get hotter faster than the other. All right, so my power brick's not on yet. I'm gonna kind of do this and then on that one. You see that? This chip right here got hot, like immediately, before anything else. So I'll do it again. Oh, you see that? I'm gonna do it one more time to confirm. Plug this in. Immediately. And then yeah, these are getting hot too, but that's immediate. Okay. What is this chip? Even if, oh my god. SDG. What is that? Okay, so I've tried to look up that chip, and there's a couple different chips that could have that marking. The one that makes the most sense is this TPS 709 voltage regulator. It is so input range of 2.7 to 30 volts, and an output. I want to say the output was like 3 volts. 3.3 volts, something around there. I don't remember where I saw it. But what I think I want to try to do, it comes in a couple different packages. One of them is this this 6-pin package that I'm seeing here. So I'm thinking I'm going to try to scrape off. I'm thinking I want to try to scrape off this. I don't know what this is. I'm hoping it's like a hot glue that I can kind of put some IPA on and gently scrape off, and then see if I can check for shorts around it. And then maybe what I can do today is if I can get that, I can take that off and see if the shorts go away. And then I'll know that that's the problem before I order the parts. So I'm going to try to clean that up so I can get to the components underneath whatever this coating is. Okay, well, I know I don't have all of that coating stuff off, but I wonder if I have enough that I can check for shorts between those two capacitors. Because if this is the chip that I looked up, one of those should be on the voltage inside, and one should be on the voltage outside. Both of them going between the voltage and ground. So let me see if I can check for shorts between those. Alright, let me try doing those capacitors again. Come on, give me a short. Make this easy for me. No. 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 Wait. Did I touch these together? Hey, okay. Okay. This coating stuff is so hard to get off. I mean, it's not a dead short. It's 49 ohms. I would think if this chip was bad and it was shorted, that would be a much smaller amount, smaller resistance, like almost a dead short. So it makes me wonder if that's not the problem. But why is that chip getting so hot? Do I take it off? Maybe it's that capacitor. I mean, it is a little discolored on this one end, isn't it? I doubt it. Let me take that. I'm going to take that capacitor off. This could be a bad idea. Okay, it's standing up on there. That's good enough. Let's see if we still have a short here. It doesn't look like it to me. There's no way. Is that... There's no way. Let me take this thing off, this capacitor off all the way. I think that one end of that capacitor is just gone. And it looks like it might be the darker end, because there was one end was kind of dark. I'm going to see if I can measure. Oh, no, there's still part of it. Let's see. Is this capacitor shorting it all? Can I check that? Whoa. Yeah. No way. No way. So, okay, so I don't know if I'm going to have... This is so microscopic. Oh my gosh. I don't know if I'm going to have a resistor. I guess let me see what I have. I don't think I'm going to have anything. Okay, so I do actually... I have this assortment kit that I got a long time ago for practicing. And the closest I could find is, let me put this back up. The closest that I could find is, so this is the original one, which I'm pretty sure is this 0402 size. The closest that I have is this, which should also still be 2.2 microfarads, but it's going to be slightly bigger. It's going to be this 0603 size. But I think I can make it work. I mean, I'm going to have to, right? Unless I buy some stuff. But let me clean this. Let me clean up what I was going through and see if I can get it to fit on the board. So we'll just tape it down. That should help. Try to add just a little bit of solder to those pads to tin them up a little bit more, I should say. And then, oh God, too much. I'm not convinced that this is the actual problem. This seems too good to be true, but this is definitely going to be bigger than the previous one, but. Oh, it just flung. It's still here, I got it. This is so small, but this capacitor is just a hair too big, but it's the closest thing that I have. Okay, I mean, I can only assume that the solder is on each of the pads underneath it too. Let's clean it up and see if we can get a good look. I don't know if there's really a good way for me to test anything, but visually, I mean, that looks like it's touching both of the pads. Yeah. Let me check it for shorts. What does this say? Please don't be short. Please don't be short. Please don't be short. No short. No short. We plug it in, see what happens? What's the worst that could happen? Hopefully we can see that. Maybe just barely. I need to get a better one. All right. Oh, did you lights? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my God, no way. Oh my God, no way. Wait, so okay, so if I plug the battery in, which way does this go in? I forget. This way, the negative is on that side. Oh, you have to turn it on. The battery, it's the light's on. Okay. Sorry, I'm kind of super excited. I'm gonna put this back together, and we'll do a final. See what happens here in just a second. Oh, I should probably. You know what? I'm gonna. Can I turn this off? If I hold this down, will it turn off? Yeah. Okay, let me disconnect the battery one more time. I'm gonna, where I scratched away on the back because I'm trying to get all that goop off, and I can expose the circuit, the PCB or the copper. I think I'm gonna try to cover that with something. What I'm talking about is, right here. You know, they've got this stuff. I wonder if I should just put a little bit of hot glue over that. Will that be good enough? I have some solder mask. I might just drop some hot glue. All right, all back together. Let's give this the real test. So plug power in again. Oh, we got lights. And it looks like it's charging. It's flashing. The fourth out of the fifth light is flashing. Now, let's see. Can we connect to the app? Hold on for a second. Okay, now this one's flashing. The little one's flashing a little more aggressively. Hold near Android device, okay. Do I need to go to my Bluetooth settings maybe? Find it manually? Avery's Beats Solo. I think we're good. Yeah. Well, Avery, I don't know who you are, but thank you very much. Let's give these a little test here. I think I can take these off of charge. The battery should hold it. Let's see if I can find some music to play. You sound pretty good. I'm hoping you could hear that. I cannot believe that. Hold on one second. Can you see that little speck on my finger? You see that little speck on my finger? That tiny little speck on my finger? That is the capacitor. That is the capacitor that caused this thing to stop working. I cannot believe that. That is ridiculous. Well, hey, I really hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, consider hitting the like button. Also, maybe leaving a comment. I do appreciate any and all feedback. Thanks. Have a nice day.